Hey guys, it's Sharon here, and as promised, this video is going to be the collection of my used journals as well as the ones that I am currently writing in. Now, as I was explaining back in the first video, I've only been journaling regularly again for a couple of years, so I'm not one of those that have like a ton and tons and tons of completed journals. I just don't. I used to journal back in the day, you know, when I was younger, but I don't have those journals anymore, unfortunately. Don't know where they went to. I might have pitched them. Anyway, so I've only been back in the saddle of journaling since like 2014, so I have more blanks than I have anything else. But that is going to be changing because, you know, I'm consistently journaling, and so I'm going to be building up my collection of filled journals eventually. All right, so the first completed journal I have is this one from Livescribe. This is like the black blank one that I showed you that went with my electronic Livescribe smart pen. And this has got this is the one where I was telling you that it takes a picture of what you write and it syncs it up to your Evernote account. And this journal here was what I started with. What got me back into actual journaling was when we went on a cruise a couple of years ago. I journaled about that, and then I still had some paper left in this, so then I just, it just went on to be my personal journal after that. So the first part is the cruise, which used up most of it, and then I have a little bit of just, you know, once we got back home and so forth. So this is all just writing. It's all just writing. As you can see, my handwriting isn't great, and you don't want to use any other kind of pen in this except the Livescribe pen. It's got the controls in there that tells you how to, you know, that helps you set up the pen and makes it work the way you want it to work and so forth. So that is journal number 1. The journal that I am currently using now is this beautiful, beautiful one that I got from Barnes & Noble. This is the Duchessa, I'm not sure how to say it, journal. And this is one of those really beautiful leather ones. It's got music notes on it, as we can see. It's got a tie to close it, which I undid so that I could show you guys. This is the handmade Italian leather. This is just one of the real beautiful ones that you can get from Barnes & Noble. This is it's wonderful. I love, love, love this journal. I would actually buy this again, and I think I'm probably going to, you know, once this one is done, you know, to use something like this again. But this has got some wear and tear. I've been using this. This is taking me a while to fill up. It's very thick. But as you can see, it's got some wear and tear. I ended up spilling some fountain pen ink on it, and I tried to clean it up a little bit. But this, I'll just kind of show you the paper a little bit. This is just some of the blank paper in it. It's lined, but the lines aren't so overly bearing that, you know, that it doesn't really bother me. You know, they're bold enough that I can see pretty well, but they're not light enough that I can't see. So it's got a little pattern on the bottom of the page, and when I write in this, it's kind of easy to write over that pattern, so it's not going to be like in your face. But this has, now I'm pretty much just a straight writer journaler. I don't collage in this. I don't, I got a couple of pictures in this, but not much. I don't doodle or draw or anything, not that I can draw very much at all, but I pretty much just write in this. And because it's so thick, I'll show you how thick it is. It's really thick, and I've got this much left to do right there. I got this much done. That much is left to do. So it's taking me a while to fill this up. I actually went through a stretch where I didn't write for a while, and so you know, it's taking me a while to fill this up. I think I started this in, I got the date in here when I started this journal. I started this journal in May of 2014. So, I mean, this is taking me a really, really long time to fill this up. This is one of those thick journals that you love it when it's, you know, it's an accomplishment when you fill up a big book like this, but it just takes a while to do. So that is going to be journal number 2 once that is complete, or that is journal number 2. So that'll be completed journal number 2 once it is done. This journal is just a regular black journal. I've been using this as a gratitude journal. I just, you know, write things that I try to write like 5 things I'm thankful for every day. I need to get back into that because I'm behind on it. I should do it every day, you know, just kind of get in the habit of doing it. This here is my Hobo Nietzsche cousin, And this is where I do put pictures and stickers and stamps and things like that in here. And I will do a flip through of this for you guys once January is over with. And that is my Hobo Nietzsche cousin. Now these next two journals are other journals that I write in. This one here is a paper blanks. I think this is a natural journal. I have one like this, but it's defective. You guys saw in the previous video that I had one of these that were the this clasp at the top came off, and this is loose and all that. So this journal is what I'm using for my happiness journal. What I do with this one is I write about, I try to do this every day, but sometimes it doesn't always pan out. So I try to do this every few, if I can't get it every day, I try to do this every few days. So I pick something to write about that makes me happy during the day, something about that day that makes me happy. I've also taken to pasting things in here like cards. I have a birthday card in here last year that my husband got me. Just a couple of just nice things that make me happy. Like I'll show you, I'll do a flip through of this like if you guys want me to. But I'll kind of show you guys just a little example. If I can find it here. Let's see, where do I have it at? All right. Right here on this page is, and I'll get it up a little closer so that you can see. I got an order from the Goulet Pen Company, and I asked if Drew would draw me Smurfette, and so he drew me Smurfette right there. So I just, I'll paste things in here that make me happy, or I'll find something that happened in my day that makes me happy. So this is my happiness journal, and I may keep up with this one, once this book is filled. I don't know, because it seems like with my personal journal, I put everything in there. I mean, everything in there. So it's kind of like I'm repeating myself in this journal, but I may do a number 2 because there are things in there that I like to stick in there, things that I want to remember and that kind of thing. Now, on the opposite end of the scale, this is a journal from Peter Popper Press, and I took off the sticker, so I don't remember what it was called, but this is my Rant Journal. Like if I just want to pitch a bitch and moan and gripe and groan and complain and all that good stuff, I do it in here. And I will fill this book up. I'm not too far into it, kind of, I guess, about halfway through. I will fill this book up, but I don't know if I will do another type of journal of this type, because I tend to put, as I said, a lot of what bugs me, what makes me happy, kind of just everything in this one here. And so, again, I am repeating myself with this one. So I don't like to waste paper. I don't like to have blank journal pages. So I will fill this up, but I don't know that I will do another specialized rant journal, because it kind of focuses on the negativity, and it just, I find that doing that too much, it just brings me down. Yeah, so I don't particularly care to do that. Now these next journals are things that I keep for different subjects. This journal here, this is a yellow rhodia journal, and what I do with this journal is I take movies that I watch and I write about them. I put like who the stars were, who the actors were, and I write a little bit about them. I do a rating system. And I'm not too far into this yet, because I just started this. I just started this like a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago. But I like to kind of keep track of the movies and stuff I watch, and just kind of what I think about it. So I just chose this kind of plainish journal to do that. But it's a great journal because it takes fountain pen very, very well, and it's easy to write in. This one here is a Clairefontaine cloth-bound book, and what I'm doing with this one, this is my Twilight Zone book, and again, I'm not very far into it because I just started it over New Year's. But what I'm doing with this one is I love the Twilight Zone, and so I kind of wrote like an introduction to the Twilight Zone, what I thought of it, and so I take the episodes and I put when it aired, I put who starred in it, I put who wrote the story, and I write just a bit about that episode, you know, what I thought of it, you know, because there's some that have, there's quite a few that have a twist in it. There's some that have a moral, you know, a learning experience. Like this one here is Death's Head Revisited, and this is probably one of my all-time favorite episodes. But I got the idea to start this because, as I said, I love Twilight Zone, and a lot of times over the New Year's holiday, like New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, on the Sci-Fi Channel, they will have a marathon of the Twilight Zone. But I don't have to watch it there. It's got all the commercials and they edit out parts of it. I don't watch it there because I own all the episodes, so I just grab my DVDs or just watch it on the iPad and have my own Twilight Zone marathon, and I can pick and choose which episodes I want to watch. And so, you know, I was talking to my husband about how there's just a twist in most of the stories, and there's some that even have a learning experience in them. And so I kind of wanted to just, you know, write a little bit about them, and so that's what I'm doing in that little notebook. This one here is a journal, Joy de Jour journal. I picked this up off of Amazon. I actually saw this journal in somebody's subscription of Olive Box a long time ago, and I thought, you know, this is kind of a neat journal, and I don't have very much written in here, but it lies very flat. The paper in here is very nice. What I'm doing with this one, those of you that are familiar with my gaming channel, you know, I do Sims LPs on my other channel. I am doing a baby challenge kind of just for fun, and this is where I keep track of it all. Like, I put like all the traits, all the favorites and stuff of all the kids, just information, the baby daddies in this one. And so what I do with this one is I take screenshots and I will write them up on my Sweet Nightingale Sims blog. So this is the, you know, where I keep track of everything with that, because these baby challenges can get very, very confusing. Those of you that play Sims 3 or Sims 4, Sims 2, I think it can be done in Sims 2. It can get really confusing. Yeah. So these next journals are my character journals. These are the ones that I'm currently writing in, and these are the ones that I'm currently writing in for my characters. Now, a character journal, basically you take, you make up a character, like, you know, a character from a story that you're writing, or just a character you've made up in your mind, and you write their journal or their diary for them. And before I actually show you my character journals, I'll show you this bad boy here. This is a binder, planner binder from Daytimer. And so in this one, I got some sticky notes here. I was using this for a YouTube binder, but I changed over and I have repurposed it. But in this thing, I mean, I have like pages and pages of character information, and I have it all divided up into different themes. Like I have, this is some of my blank paper, but I have it divided up into things. Like I have one section for I'm on like a ongoing RPG, you know, that I have with some friends, and so I keep my character information for that in another section. I keep characters information for my Sims blogs, you know, for my Forever in Time story and so forth. So, you know, there's just pages and pages of biographical information for my characters. And that goes along with my character journals. It seems like all of my favorite characters I write, I keep in here, things that I want to remember. Now, this first journal is, this is from Peter Popper Press. This is the Blue Flowers journal. And this journal belongs to a character named Aurora. And she is featured in my Forever in Time story. I will link that blog in the description. So those of you that enjoy Sims stories and stuff, what I do with that is I write a story, and then I go into my game and you know, I make the Sims of the characters, and I pose them, and I stage shots for different scenes in the story. But the text does a lot of work too, so the text and the pictures kind of complement each other. But this journal is for my character Aurora, who is Generation 2 of my Forever in Time story. She's kind of the star of the show right now, so I am writing her journal. The reason I do this, it really, like when I'm writing something, it just really helps me get into the head of that character. So it's a very helpful tool to me. It really is. So that one belongs to Aurora. This next journal, now this is a journal from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and it's a Slytherin Journal. And I have the Hogwarts one and the Gryffindor one, and I'm kind of crazy because, like, when I see something like this, I want to get all of them in the collection. But I'm definitely not the personality type to be in Slytherin house. I lean more towards, depending on what sorting quiz I take, I lean more towards either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff. You know, I have never ever been sorted into Slytherin ever. So I still wanted this journal, and so what I thought I would do with this one is make it into a character journal. This journal belongs to a character named Bella Foster, and she is a character that I write that is on our ongoing RPG. So that's Bella's journal. This next journal belongs to a girl named Vicky. This is Peter Popper Press, and this is the Dusky Meadow Journal. I thought it would fit her character pretty well. So this belongs to a girl named Vicky, and again, she is on our ongoing RPG group. This next journal is, this is a character named Audrina. Now, this is a Livescribe 1917 notebook, pink one. Audrina likes pink, so I thought this would be a good journal for her. Now, Vicky and Audrina are friends. Okay, Vicky and Audrina are good friends. There's like 4 friends that run around together, and Vicky and Audrina are 2 of them. So that's Vicky's and Audrina's journal. Now, this journal belongs to a girl named Lily. This, I think, is a Quo Vadis Habana journal. Kind of red, kind of a reddish journal. So this belongs to a girl named Lily. And Vicky and Audrina, when Lily was real little, Vicky and Audrina used to babysit Lily a lot. Okay. So as you're going to see, with the exception of Aurora, these characters know each other. Like Bella and Vicky and Audrina, you know, they're all either related or they know each other somehow. This journal belongs to a woman named Beth. And Beth is the mother of Lily. Beth is the mother of Lily. And that makes her, she's also friends with Vicky and Audrina, but she's a little older. Beth is a little older than Vicky and Audrina. Okay. This journal belongs to a girl named Desdemona. And again, she is on our RPG group. And she is, I share a couple with a gal named Juanita who was on our group, and so she writes, I write Desdemona, and she writes her fiance Yavas. So we share this couple, like that's what you do in an RPG. You, like, one person writes as one character and then somebody else responds as another. So this is Desdemona's journal, and I named her after the Othello character in Othello in Shakespeare. So Desdemona. So, with the exception of Aurora, all these characters kind of know each other quite well. So that's all my character journals. Quite a few. Now, I do not write in each of them every day because it would just get too I tend to write in them mostly like when I have a rather important storyline coming up with whatever character, and it just kind of helps me get into the heads of the characters. Very, very helpful tool for me. Love it. Now, this last journal is a Livescribe 1917, kind of a light blue one. And I started making like a kind of a picture journal, sort of scrapbook of my story Forever in Time. And I'll just give a little flip through of it. I've shown this on my gaming channel, but I'll just kind of give like a little bitty flip through. This is my scrapbook journal for Forever in Time, and again, I will link that story down below in the description. So this is going to be an ongoing one. With the little pictures I print out are done from my Polaroid Pogo printer, and I got this much of it done, but as you can see, it's pretty bulky, so I may have to take an X-Acto knife and take some of the pages out of the back. I don't know, but it's pretty It's getting bulked up, as you can tell. But I still have quite a bit of work to do on this. I'm still working on Lenora's generation, and then I need to get, once I get her done, then I need to get Aurora started. So, yeah. That is all of my current journals, the ones that I've completed and the ones that I am currently writing in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to see more like this, and hit the like button if you like this video, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Okay, bye guys.